Ready? Do the countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Sounds Like an Us Problem podcast.
Actually went that was with one take. It's recording.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I'm Jasmine.
I'm Dani.
And welcome to Sounds like an Us Problem pod. Today's episode, we are talking about friendships.
Friendships.
Friends, there for each other. That's neighbours.
That is neighbours.
No one told you life. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh my God, that was a very different theme tune. Yeah.
Friend, goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
Oh, right, I was going to say, still about lovers, not about friends.
I was trying to...
You got a friend. Toy Story.
Oh, you've got a friend.
Oh, that's it. That's it. What was I? Oh, I was doing like the last bit. But yeah, you got a friend. You got a friend. Wait, what did I do?
What did I
do? I've literally never done that in my life. What the fuck? What did I do? I don't even know. You got a friend. That's something.
That's a different song, I think.
Oh, shit.
You got a friend.
You got a friend in me. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, no, you are right. But
Good Lord.
I think what you're saying is a different song.
You got a friend.
Is it Beatles?
I haven't got a clue, mate. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what my life is. I don't know what these songs are. But I do know that you're my friend.
You're my friend. If you're just tuning in for the first time, Sounds Like an Us Problem pod is a problem shared is a problem halved. We're just two bad bitches living our... Well, you're living your best life.
You're living life.
I'm living a life. And
we're both doing our best.
We are doing our best. We're trying really hard.
We're just your chaotic besties that you can tune in with and have a little chuckle.
Yes.
That's all we're here to do, isn't it,
share
really?
Gossip for us.
Share us gossip.
But today we do have a theme, and today's theme, we want to talk about friendships. We want to talk about friendships because I think... also, actually, I should note that this episode is being recorded on bonfire night. So you may hear some...
You don't have to do like present friend drama, but like past friend drama. Because I feel like that was something we were going to talk about, weren't we? Because like a friend breakup is like as bad as a romantic breakup. Yeah,
I think... The reason we even thought about this episode is I think we were brainstorming themes that we could have for episodes. And I don't know how we really got onto it, but you have always been there for me. Like if I need you, you're there for me. I've had actual friendship breakups where I've sat down and said I don't want to be a friend anymore. But recently-ish over the last few years, I had a friend and we used to be pretty close. We used to hang out, laugh, all of that kind of stuff. And then my brain just... I'm trying to think how to keep them anonymous without this being obvious.
Well, I think we need to do nicknames, but nicknames could literally be like
Billy
Mr.
Bob.
Pineapple or just something that like Clark's. Yeah, whatever.
We'll call him Dave.
Dave.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm gonna call him. Checking if have I got a friend called Dave? I don't know. We'll call him Dave.
Dave the friend.
Dave the friend. Dave and I met in Bristol. Really got along. Dave moved away. I then moved away to where Dave moved to. Not to follow him or anything. Well, the idea came from him for sure. But Dave got a girlfriend pretty quickly who, wonderful. She's like the nicest human on the planet. And like when I moved, I was having a really tough time because I was away from everything. I was away from all my friends. And we kind of met a couple of times when I got there. And then, I don't know, I feel like the tougher things got for me, because I had like a full-on breakdown whilst I was like there and all of that, the more he disappeared. And then basically for Dave, it was like work, pursue your dream, girlfriend, and everything else came to the wayside. That's what it felt from my perspective. Obviously, I don't know what he was like with his other friends. And then, I don't even know how it happened. We just stopped talking, like just altogether. I left there and moved back here, had a leaving party and everything, didn't say a word, just didn't say a word, and we just haven't spoken since. And I've been back in Bristol for a year, just over a year.
It's so weird, isn't it? I feel like friendships, you need to maintain them, and you need to work on them like you do relationships.
Yeah.
And like some people don't even do that with their own relationships, and then they wonder why things go stale and boring. And it's like, well, you're not communicating and you're not making effort.
Yeah.
Da da da. And it's the same with friends. And like I'm really lucky. I've got 5 best mates who I've been mates with since school, all the way till now, and like we've got really different lives. They're all mums. Some of them have got 2-3 kids. They're super busy. I'm out all the time doing comedy. Like our schedules are completely different, and it is really hard. Sometimes we do go months without seeing each other, but when we do, it always feels exactly the same as it always has. And we will put in, even if it's in like 6 months, like we will put in some time and always like show that effort. Like we always, even though I don't know nothing about kids, but I'll be like, how, ask all these questions, and I'll be like, are they at school yet? And they're like, Dani, they're 2, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Like, do they still shit their pants? Like, how are they doing? Like, we make the effort, and I think that's the thing, because if you don't, and obviously you weren't getting that reciprocated from Dave, and it's easy to let that make you feel like, well, they don't like me, why am I bothering? And you feel weird and ick about it, and then it just drifts away, and it's kind of sad.
I did bring it up initially, and then that just ended up in like a huge argument, and then we kind of made up, and then I don't really know. Do you know what's really funny though? Is when you have a friendship breakup, if you've met friends through their friends, and then you become closer friends with the friend that you met instead.
My brain is, I've got like a spinning wheel of doom.
I met a friend through Dave.
Yeah.
We'll call him Bob. I don't know. We'll call him Bob.
Okay, Dave's friend Bob.
Dave's friend Bob. So I met Bob through Dave.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Bob and I are now really good friends.
Yeah.
Neither of us speak to Dave anymore.
Ooh.
Have you ever had that?
Dave was just a dick.
I don't think he's a dick. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you, Dave. You're a dick.
I would say majority of the time, I have a lot of male friends. I've got a lot of male friends, and I've definitely found with my male friends that once they get partners, I basically don't hear from them again.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't relate to that in a way because I don't have the experience of it. But like before, like when I was younger and I was single, every guy mate I ever had tried it on with me at some point. I have never had a guy mate who actually was just my mate. Oh, stop it.
I want to fuck you too. Shit.
I know you do, but
She's
it's like a feminist move. This podcast is the beginning of a porno. But yeah, like generally, like, and again, I'm like, I suppose a girl's girl. I have friends with everybody, but I've got loads of really good girlfriends, and like I said, my mates from school, and you, my comedy friends, and I've got work friends. I've got loads of lovely girls in my life, but I haven't really got any proper male mates. I've got like low key male friends, like at work or whatever, but nobody that I've been close with. But when I was like, teenager and 20s and at uni, I had probably like sort of 3 significant people who I'd be like, oh, he's my best mate from school, he's my best mate from work, he's my best mate at uni, and all 3 of them tried it on with me at one point. And then it was weird, and then I just was like, it just got creepy, and you just can't be friends in that way. You're like,
yeah.
And it was always like a drunk, like suddenly, like, oh, where's this come from? And you're like,
My best mate is a man. The one that I'm living with. Again, I've not asked him permission to mention his name, so I won't. We'll call him. I'm just gonna call him my housemate.
Yeah.
I have 2 housemates, but we'll say he's the best mate housemate. And we've had this debate so many times. Like straight up, he's like, if a man and a woman are friends, at some point the man has thought about fucking the woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like fiercely was like, no, that's not true. Because I was like, you and I have never done anything. We've never had like any of this. Like literal proof right here that doesn't have to be the case. And also it's a very heteronormative way of thinking. Like I'm bisexual. I meet lots of women.
Yeah, you don't want to try and fuck every friend you have.
No, just you. Like just me. So I don't. But I'm not gonna lie. As time has gone on, I feel like, especially as I've gotten older. Yeah, or maybe I'm just really narcissistic. Like everyone wants the fuck mate.
No, I think it's there's a thin veil in a male and a female friendship, I think. Anyway, obviously everybody's different, and it's not to be like, oh god, we're so hot, but it's just like, yeah, I do think, especially when alcohol comes into it, that sort of, and especially if you're like on a night out and you're dancing, and then it's like, oh, they're dancing with me, but they've put their hand around my waist. That's what they're turning me round. Oh, they're what the fuck, get out my feet.
No, but that's just creepy, man. I don't think I could handle that.
Maybe I've just had creepy male friends in the past.
Yeah. I definitely yeah,
because I say I've got loads of nice comedy mates who are men and who don't make me feel creepy.
You have a nice comedy mate that's a man? Who?
Oh my god, like David Hoare, like he's a nice man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Alistair Wallace, nice man.
Yeah,
like there's a few, there's plenty.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, there's a few nice Bristol comedians who are boys.
I'm so clouded by people I don't like.
I had a random question. Were you the sort of kid who would make a random friend on holiday? Or
yes.
Yes.
100. Every time I went on
holiday. Do you ever
holiday.
think about them? Like, I wonder where they are. Like, I remember this one girl, I can't remember what holiday it was. It was probably some freaking caravan site. And her name was Summer. And I remember thinking what a cool name it was.
Yeah.
And she had, I got to try and remember this correctly because my brain's already confused. She had a baby, like a baby with her, and I thought it was her brother, and it was her uncle. And it was something like that. And I remember, I literally just remember being so like, how you can't, this girl was like 8 and there was like a 2-year-old and she was like, no, this is my uncle. And I've just been like,
it's weird, isn't it, when that happens?
Yeah, and I couldn't figure it out. I wonder how she is.
I made a friend in, that's it. I went to Tunisia when I was 8.
Oh, girl.
And there were these 2 hotels, but they were attached. So you had like the shitty hotel where I was in with my mum. And then you had the nicer one just across the way and they shared a pool. And I made friends with a girl called Amber. Oh. And we like spent basically the whole holiday together. And she was from Bristol.
What?
And I don't know her surname or anything. So I thought about this recently. I tried to look her up. I was like, what if? Like, I don't know. What if she's... And I don't know. So, Amber, if you're listening and you remember hanging out with a little black girl when you were 8 going to Tunisia...
No, Amber, get fucked. She's my friend now.
If you ignore her, if you're listening, let's catch up. Like, it's been, I'm 31 now, so I can't do maths. Help. 17?
Oh, don't ask me, mate.
I don't fucking know. No,
the only number I know is 69. Woo.
If you're listening... Get in touch, please. I love how, like, if you're listening and we have, like 2
it's just going to be us listening to each other. It's you and me listening to each other. But we are narcissists, actually.
Top 2 viewers.
Isn't it weird, though? Because, like, I think of, like, again, like, one of my best friends in particular, we went to primary school together as well. And I've known her for like, you know, obviously since we were, like, 7 or 8. And I think it's so weird to think of your friends in primary school and to be like, wow, you could be like a project manager now. Or, like, what?
I wasn't expecting you to say project manager.
No, but I know what I mean. Like, that weird kid that like put their nose in at it could now be like HR manager at a massive corporation.
I don't know what happened to any of the boys I went to primary school with, but the women, I went to primary school and then my mum refused to let me go to the local secondary school because she let my brother go and it was all sorts of trouble. And then I ended up going to 6th form in that area and reuniting with quite a lot of the girls from primary school. They're brilliant.
That's cute.
I'm not close friends with any of them anymore, but like, you know, still see them on Insta or whatever. They're fucking smashing it.
Yeah.
But I feel like, but okay, actually I need your opinion on this, friends wise. So I had a best friend from 6th form and we kind of became a bit closer once 6th form finished. And my birthday's really important to me. Like, my birthday's really important to me. I know you couldn't make it this year. Next time, don't plan your fucking holidays over it.
Let's just say
don't plan your holidays.
Make the night out you planned, but on your actual birthday I took you out.
Yeah, after my nan died.
it was awkward because your nana just died. But also, can I just say, I bought your birthday card 3 months ago.
You did.
It was the best birthday card ever. Would you like to tell the viewers, the viewers, the listeners, what your card looked like? Because I got
it had a black woman and a white woman who were very fashionable and colourful. I feel like you're obsessed with this interracial friendship.
I am. I think it's important. Also, when I
have a black friend. Look at me.
Stop it. And I'm your working class friend. So what does that say?
I am working class. What does that mean?
You cannot say I'm working class. Sorry, who went to like a posh school? I know you had a scholarship. Who went to like some girls' school for fingering? You did.
I did.
Yeah.
That is where I learnt about that.
Exactly.
I'll talk about that friendship in a minute. Anyway, so had this friend from sixth form, and then basically we were in a group chat with a couple of other people, and I don't know, they started flaking a lot. People who flake we've gone too far. We have gone too far with trying to set your boundaries now, because I get it. People need self-care. It's a shitty world. You need to protect yourself, all of that kind of stuff. And sometimes you're too anxious or too depressed or too tired and you don't want to do stuff. That is fine. That makes sense. I feel like people use that now as an excuse to just bail on everything and be unreliable. Yeah, to be an asshole.
I completely agree. People say I've got boundaries. It's like you're actually being a prick.
You're being a prick. You don't. I hate those friends where you invite them to stuff and you're never really sure if they're actually going to show up. Yeah. I don't like that. I've had a few of those. I've cut them off. These friends were starting to become like that. I found like we'd organised to do something. They'd all start bailing last minute, and it was starting to piss me off. And then on my birthday, they all bailed.
Oh.
They all bailed, and I was so upset. I left the group chat. We all know that's a huge thing.
Yeah, that's drama.
Left the group chat, and then that's it. The friendships just sort of died after that. Like, it was just almost too easy for the friendship to die. And after that, like a few years ago, that friend from sixth form got married, and then I saw on their Instagram, and it was a picture of everyone that was in that group chat, and they were all together at the wedding. And like,
oh girl,
obviously weddings are expensive. Weddings are friggin' pricey. I totally understand why you wouldn't invite me. We don't really talk anymore, apart from the odd like Instagram exchange. But it still stung.
Yeah.
I was still like, man, we were so close. There was one time I showed up at her house with a bucket of KFC, had a shit, ate the KFC, took a nap and went home. Like that is friendship. Yeah. Like, that was meaningful.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it just made me kind of sad. But like,
what's that phrase? Don't they say it's something like people come into your life for a reason, a season, or something else? Oh, I'll look it up. But I feel like that's the thing. Some friends you just have for a season. There's just a certain time of your life where that thing was meant to happen. You were, I don't know, a particular age. You had particular stuff going on in your life where you linked up, and it just wasn't going to continue. But it never was meant to continue. It was just meant to be that lovely little, you know.
No, I'm glad for the friendship.
I'm going to Google it because that's going to annoy me.
Yeah, do it. We had a good friendship. We did. Like, and I'm glad we had it. I think we're going to get real sad now.
Oh, babe.
I'm going to get sad. I'm sorry. This is basically a therapy session for me. Let's be honest.
This is literally okay. It is a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Oh, I like that. I hope we're a lifetime.
I think we're a lifetime.
I hope so. I feel like only recently... I do have some lifetime friends as well. Like, there's my friend Caroline. She won't mind me mentioning her name. She is salt of the earth, the friggin' most beautiful, incredible person on the planet, inside and out. And we've been friends since sixth form as well, so a different friend. And like you said with your friends, we don't speak every day at all. Like, we barely ever speak, actually. And when we do see each other or whatever, it's like Caroline, I love her so much.
Yeah, the love's still there.
Yeah, and she is a lifetime friend, 110%. But I feel like my heart, it's getting really sad there.
Oh,
my heart closed because I had two best mates die. One died when I was 19, the other one died when I was 21. And they both died suddenly. So after that, like, I feel like I cut off. For me, I was like, they were the standard of friend, and I at the time didn't feel like I was the right standard of friend. I don't feel like I was giving my all or giving as much effort as I could have. And I was just like filled with regret and guilt about that, because they were both life lovers. They absolutely, like, Lana was like giggly and beautiful and fun and just amazing. And James had gone to uni, and he absolutely was coming into himself, and he was just having the best time. He was loving it. And then they both just got cut in their prime. I was not loving life. I was severely depressed. You know me, I've always struggled with that. And I don't think I was the best friend I could have been to either of them. And after they passed away, like, I was closed off. I didn't really make any close friends until about 4 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. In fact, I've known you longer. But I don't even think I even let you really in until, just a period of time where I met my mates. I'm going to say their names. I met my mates Alice and Chris, like within a month of each other. And then, so corny.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
They taught me what it was like to be loved.
Oh my God.
I knew.
It's understandable though, because I think when you've lost something, and in your case, two people close together, that's so important to you, you're going to close off because you would rather sit in that sort of loneliness and isolating from people than experience that massive loss again.
Yeah.
Like, that's completely reasonable, and I'm glad, like, you're out of it. And I'm sure, like, you're saying, I wasn't appreciating my life and I wasn't being a good friend. Like, I can guarantee you there is no way either Lana or James would think you were like that at all. Like, there's no way.
I don't think Lana would have, because she was just so friggin' sweet. She was just so lovely. I don't know about you. I don't know.
But nobody, you don't have to feel guilty for having moments of your life where you're not happy and maybe not wishing you were here and da-da-da. Like, that's emotion. That's like human. Like, you don't ever have to feel bad because you're feeling that way and you've got friends who don't have the opportunity to feel that way.
Yeah.
It's different. It's irrelevant. It's different. It's different strands of the universe and lifelines and stuff, you know?
Click. I can't click because I've got 2 long nails. But
Snap.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's
hard though. Like, I touch wood, I've not lost a friend like that. A friend of mine who I went to school with did die, but I hadn't seen him since school, and actually we were just friends. Actually, no, we did kiss.
Oh my God.
We were like 12 though.
Even the dead ones hit on you. Like, how's this happening?
Yeah, but I hadn't seen him literally since school, and then when we were about 30, I just saw on Facebook that he had passed, and even that, having not maintained that relationship just because we went different ways in different lives, I felt so heartbroken for him because I just remembered this lovely little boy from geography who's a past notes with and who was just really sweet, and we'd hang out at lunchtime. We used to go ice skating. There used to be an ice rink in the centre of Bristol. And there was a little gang of us that went ice skating, and he was one of them. And it was just like, I couldn't believe, and it sounds awful, how sad I was to hear that. And again, I haven't seen him for like literally 15 years, but it just took me straight back to that lovely little boy who we used to go ice skating with. And it was so embarrassing because me and one of my friends went to the funeral, and they did this lovely presentation of him, and everyone was being like quiet. I was an idiot. I'm so embarrassed. As soon as the first picture came on, I just burst into tears really loudly, and I was like like you're the person at the back, like the least person who's meant to be there.
I know what you mean. It's like there's a tier system at funerals.
Yeah, and I was just there like, bah! And it's like horrible. And then my friend just looked at me and was like, "You fucking idiot!" And then we laughed, and then it was funny. But we were like, "Oh my God." So
no, I think you're just a human. Like, people mourn when celebrities die. Why wouldn't you mourn over someone that you know?
But this is the thing. I think this is a nice takeaway for you and anybody listening, and me and generally. But like, you can never understand or underestimate how important you are to someone. Like, if I reached out to that friend and bumped into the street, we would have said hello to each other. We probably wouldn't have taken much notice, but how that made me feel knowing he was gone was awful. And you can never, like, the impact you have on people is huge. And I would always say to somebody, if you're feeling down about yourself or you're feeling lonely, there's probably so much happiness and joy you've put into other people's lives that you wouldn't even be aware of. Like, even if it's just that good morning to somebody you walk past on the bus stop, like, you might have been the only person that they spoke to that day. Or, you know, what? Oh God, we've got deep.
I know. You're spitting bars. Like, I'm spitting bars. Like, I'm just like, yeah.
But I think it's true. You know, you meet, and sometimes I've had it where you're having a shitty day, and then, I don't know, you get on again the bus or somewhere, and some little old lady comes and sits next to you, and she just says something funny, and it just makes you laugh. And it just snaps you out of the day, and or you know, whatever. So
yeah, it's little moments.
Shine on.
Aww.
Shine on.
Is that the actual song?
No.
Oh.
No. What's the song with Shine? Take a shine. No. Take that.
Shine. Let it shine. Na 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 na. Your time is coming. I
was thinking of shine a little light on you. No, I'm choosing different.
Say a little prayer for you.
Yes, that's it. No, wait. What's the one when it's like, I got a little shine, gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I gotta let it shine.
There we go.
I've got a little shine. That's so cute though. I've got a little shine. Well, the Shiny show from CBeebies.
Like The Shining.
I love the difference. I love how I was like, oh, do you remember this really innocent kid show? And you're like, no, horror.
This is why we're the opposites but besties, girl. I love The Shining.
Oh, do you know what? It's interesting that I haven't had a group of female friends for a while, because you were saying that earlier. You've got like your group of female friends. I don't want to.
I don't think many people do. I think it is literally because we've maintained it from school. Because I don't think there's many situations where you would ever have a group of women necessarily, unless you start, you go to like a sports club or maybe some sort of team thing or a workshop. But yeah, I don't think there's many situations where you would gather a group of friends as an adult. It's hard.
No, it is hard. But also every sort of female friendship group I've been in has always ended really sourly. And I hate that. Because I'm a girl's girl. Like full on through. If someone was like, you got to prioritize this, I'm prioritizing my girls like all the time. Because female friendships are one of the most valuable, beautiful. It sounds corny, but it is one of the most valuable, beautiful things to have. And I see them as on par as being in a relationship with man, woman, whoever. Romantic relationships. You need friendships alongside romantic relationships. You can't put everything on one partner. It's just not going to work.
They did I can't remember who it was, and it's probably Googleable, but whatever. But someone somewhere did a study, and it was proved that feeling like socially isolated and lonely and feeling like you don't have friends, that is the equivalent of something mental like smoking 20 cigarettes a day. Like the detriment on your health, like the studies they do like on like social isolation, and how much time that can take off your life is equivalent to smoking like 20 fags a day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fireworks are popping off at that as well. It's like, I concur. I agree. What are you doing?
I was just looking at the time.
What is the time?
33 minutes.
What? Oh, damn. Okay, right. So, what was this? Oh, yeah. Being in... I've had... When I first moved to Bristol, I joined a sports club. I joined a sports club. And I made friends. I lucked out, managed to make friends with a whole group of wonderful women. And at first it was great. We were so good. We were all like, we would go out together. We were like making dinners for each other at people's houses. Like, we were all really, really getting along. And I don't know what happened. I truly don't know what happened. At the time, I was in a relationship with my partner. After that broke up, and you know, part of this was me. I was going through a really flipping weird place. I was. So I definitely wasn't as present as I used to be. Like, there were points where I just sort of walk off after the match. I was just like, yeah, I get that. But
what sport were you playing?
Netball.
Okay.
I love netball. All right, it's brilliant. I want to get back into it when my knee's better. But then there was this one specific. There were a couple of instances with like just separate people, and it's always like one or two little rifts that seem to tear the fabric.
A little seed that's been planted.
And so
a little bitch seed.
So for one season, I realised I just couldn't afford the next season. I realised too late, but I did realise, I was like, shit, I don't have the money for next season. I need to figure this out. I put it in the group chat, and one of the other girls, who's lovely, offered to front the money for me and I pay her back. Before I could even respond, another person jumped in and was like, it's absolutely unacceptable that you're leaving us in the lurch like this, and that somebody else is paying for you. Like, it's really rude, all this, that, and the other. And I was like, whoa, slow down. Where are you coming from with this? First of all, I haven't even accepted the offer, which I'm not going to, but thank you very much. Second of all, you haven't even given me a chance to say if I found a replacement or not.
Yeah, what the hell?
Which I did in like 2 seconds. And my aim was just to take a season off and then come back when I was a bit more financially stable. But after that experience, I was just like, well, fuck you. And also, they made a new group chat for the new team or whatever. And so once that happens...
Oh, that feels sly.
Yeah, once that happens. And then that's it. I don't know if they're all still in contact, but I don't speak to a single one of them anymore. And it's such a shame, because I think part of it was also I felt like nobody defended me. Because I felt it was really unfair that she jumped down my throat and nobody said anything, like a couple of the girls that I was meant to be closer with. And so it was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed. And one of them I actually worked with as well. And I helped her to get the job in the place where we were working. And I was really there for her as well. And she used to say such snide remarks to me, like, oh, you don't need a disabled badge. You're not that disabled. Like, she would, and I would let it slide.
Oh, my God, girl. Do you know, there's some people are shits.
They really are.
Some people are pieces of shit, and they're not a season or a reason or a lifetime. They're just some prick you met and you were looking for friendship and you were hoping to find it there, but actually you find a big old pile of shit. And fuck them. Like, there are some people you don't need to be friends with. And like, to get that kind of disrespect from somebody, like, especially like calling out your fucking blue badge, that is insane.
I know, that was rude.
That is mental.
That was when I was a bit like, how close are we?
Yeah.
And then when I left that workplace, she didn't even come to my leaving drinks. She did not come to my leaving
it's like
drinks.
dating as well, isn't it? Like, you're gonna meet shit. You're gonna have crap first dates, and there's gonna be people you think you're gonna be friends with, and then it just turns out the vibe ain't there. You're not on the same wavelength for whatever reason. But
all I want to do is slag people off now. I want to be like, this shit friend did this.
Yeah, let's turn it off and get everybody's names out.
Do you have any other friendship stories?
Not really. I'm trying to think. I mean, the only one I would have, is I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, is when I was 16 to 18, I had my first boyfriend.
Yeah.
Who I was absolutely in love with. And then he turned out to be a bit of shit and shagged. This person is not in our friendship group anymore. But we did have, originally in our school friendship group, we did have an additional member.
Yeah.
I won't say her name because if I'm going to give her a fake name, I feel like I might as well just give her a real name.
Megan.
Because I know some Megan.
I was going to say, you paused as if that was her real name. Becky.
We'll call
I feel like Becky's are always a bit like a bitchy name.
Becky.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call her Becky.
With the good
Becky
hair.
was originally an OG member of our school friendship group that exists very lovingly till this day, until she fucked my boyfriend.
Yes, you did say this.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
why
it was so
though?
weird. So like we were best friends at school, and then we went to college, and she just got so weird. And again, not being like, I'm so great. I think she just was mad jealous of me, but a lot like generally of people. And I remember when I got with my boyfriend, we'd been together a little while, and we slept together. I lost my virginity, and I told her, and I was so excited to tell her, and she literally looked at me, and she went, "Oh, Dani, you slag!" And I was like, what? And she was like, you fucking slag. Like, you've just shagged him. I was like, what do you mean I just shagged him? He was my boyfriend
Shagged
of like...
my committed boyfriend.
However
What a
long.
shag.
Yeah.
What?
And then after that, she just changed, and then she threw a house party and didn't invite me or any of our girls. Instead, she invited his friends and like some other girls from college. And she put photos on MySpace.
MySpace?
Yeah,
Oh,
how
God.
long ago it was.
What a throwback.
She put photos on MySpace and I saw them and I was like, what the hell? Becky, our friend, had a house party and like messaged the girls and was like, did anybody get an invite? And we were all like, no, what the hell? And I was like, but she's invited... I'll call him Jim and all his friends and these other girls and whatever. So I rang her because I'm just straight to the point, why not?
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, you had a house party last night. Like, we've just seen somebody's put all the pictures on MySpace. Like, you didn't invite me or the girls. And she was like, oh, yeah, it was just a really last minute thing. And I was like, but like...
your best mates.
Jim was there. And she was like, yeah, he just turned up with some mates. And I was like, but how would he know? Anyway, she blew me off. Literally, like, I can't remember how much longer, but like within an hour, he turned up on my door and was like, I fucked up, I need to talk to you. And basically told me that they kind of got together. And I was like, what do you mean kinda? And he was like, well, we were trying to, but I couldn't keep it up and I couldn't get it in. And I was like, right, but you were trying. Like, and he was like, yeah, like I fucked up. We were in her bedroom and like I was trying to get a condom on and like trying to get it in and
he gave you all that detail as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I like wrung it out of him. Like, and then I rang
Sounds
her.
like that's what she was trying to do.
Yeah, like, I mean, girl, if he can't get it up for you, don't bother. Do you know what I mean? Like, still mad about it.
No, you should be. I'm mad
Fucking
about
Becky.
it. Fucking
And then
Becky.
I rang her back and I just went mad. And I can't remember what I said, but I was just like, you fucking bitch. Like, you just lied to me. Like, what the hell? Why would you do that? Like, I feel like you set that up because and I said everything. I was like, you've been jealous of me, like, since I've been with him. And she was like, do you know what? I knew him before you. I fancied him before you even knew who he was. And she just spilled all this stuff. And I was just like, you horrible, horrible bitch. And then that was it, really. I broke up with him and we broke her off. And obviously she stopped coming to stuff. And then the only time I've seen her after that was a couple of months later. It was one of the girls' 18th birthday party. And Becky did come. And we were dancing and she bumped into me. And I can't remember what happened. Like, she like grabbed my arm. Like, I think she was trying to be, like, she was about to be like, get out of my way. And she grabbed my arm. And I literally got in her face. And I was like, if you fucking touch me, I will kill you. Like, I fucking hate you so much. Like,
I love this. I
probably shouldn't be saying this on the podcast, but like, and I literally, like, I felt like my soul. I just burned into her eye. Like, I was like, you push one fucking button, mate.
Oh.
Like, and then she ran off and she left. And then like a month ago, I saw her in Primark.
Please say something. Like, is she like what, something really bad? Like, is she missing her front tooth? Like, what's going on?
There was something quite bad. I feel mean saying it, so I'm not going to say it. I'll tell you after.
I had this friend at school. She joined a bit later. She joined like the year after for secondary school, and she absolutely came at me like from day one. Girls just got out her phone.
I am listening.
Do you see this?
There we go.
Do you see this? Anyway, she joined in year 8. She joined late and she came at me. She was being so fucking rude to me. And then one day I just turned around to her in English class. I screamed at her, "What is your problem? You don't know me." And then I just later on get slipped a note. She's like, "Sorry, we got off on the wrong foot. Can we be friends?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right."
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. That was the worst decision I ever made.
Why?
She's fucking mental. She made my life a fucking misery all the way from year 8 to year 11. She would just, one minute she absolutely adored me. I was her best friend. Nothing could come between us. Next minute she would literally wake up and decide that day she absolutely hates me. She would start spreading shit about me.
Is she well? Is she okay? Is she alive?
Well, we'll get to that. So absolutely hates me. And it would just, each time it just got worse and worse. Now, don't get me wrong, she had a really friggin' tough home life. And one of my regrets is not reporting that. But like, yeah, I was basically getting the brunt of it. And like by the end of year 11, I met up with her and I was like, I cannot do this friendship anymore. I can't do it. So that was that. Then she just found ways to stay in my periphery for a few years. So there's this boy who liked me all through school. I never really, sometimes we like made out in the park, like that was it. But I didn't really fancy him back. I feel bad. He was very sweet, but I didn't. Anyway, she started dating him. She started dating him and I was like, okay, fine. He and I got back in touch because he started living next to my new school. And he was like, oh my God, now that we're friends again, I'm going to break up with her. I was like, what?
Whoa, what?
He was like, yeah, I'm going to break up with her right now. I was like, don't do that. He BBM'd her.
BBM'd
her. I was like, sorry, we're over. I was like,
I love this vintage drama.
I know. MySpace, BBM.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my, you can't do that. Me being a girl's girl, I messaged her and I was like, I'm so sorry. Just so you know, I didn't ask him to do that. And then we started making friends again. Then she disappeared again. And then I messaged her a couple of times. I was like, she had this way of getting you like addicted to her. I don't know how to explain it. And I'd be like, are you okay? What's going on? Like, why aren't you answering?
Manipulative.
Yeah. And then one day she just told me, she was like, stop fucking stalking me. And I was like, what?
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Right. And then a few years later, I ended up making friends with another one of her exes by coincidence because we were in the same acting class together. And when he came round, he was like, I have a confession. Like, I know that you lived here. And I was like, what? And he was like, because we used to walk past your house all the time on the way back from mine. And every single time she would point out that you lived there and she would talk about you all the time.
What the fuck?
So I actually already knew who you were. And I was like, are you joking? And then she found ways to like, she then started spreading rumors about him. Once, I don't know how she found out we were friends, maybe through social media or whatever. And so she was like spreading rumors about him and like awful stuff that like really bad, illegal stuff she was saying about him, which wasn't true.
This is getting deep now.
Yeah. And she would make sure, then she like told her boyfriend who like somehow got my number and got him to call me and like, I was like, I said, she's a fucking liar. Don't believe anything she says. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want anything to do with her. She's crazy. I always believe the woman, except her.
Yeah.
And then it just keeps happening. A few years later, the mutual friend in question, who was her ex, literally this is a few months ago, we met up again because he was in Bristol and we were just exchanging stories and it's fucking bonkers, mate. The whole time I thought I was obsessed with her. Like I thought I was obsessed with her. And it turns out she was obsessed with me the entire time and I had no idea.
That is creepy. That's given like, I swear there's a film. What's that? Oh, it's a really good film. It's like called Single. Oh, there's like an 80s crime thriller with like Sharon Stone or something. And it's like, yeah, single white female. And she gets like someone apply to live with her in her apartment. And then she becomes obsessed with her and she tries to take over her life.
Oh.
I have to find the name of it and recommend it to you.
Oh, what's that? show is on ITV, and there's the black lady, and then there's another white lady, and then she like looks into that's us. She looks into her eyes and like
with our
steals her
relationship, aren't I?
Anyway, yeah, so like it is mad because that she had a real impact on my self-worth as a friend, and like for years and years I truly believed like she was the reason I realized I was bi. Like we went through a lot together, but looking back on it, I had no idea how much she was obsessed with me, and I didn't know. I had no idea.
I mean, I'm obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with you too, but we're healthy about it. I'm healthily obsessed with you.
Yeah. I mean, we got deep again, but yeah, I feel like it is like we should round this off with like a positive thing. And I suppose the message is that some people, again, I'm going to keep saying it, are shits, but you are absolutely entitled to cut them out your life and decide who's right for you as a friend, as a romance, as a whatever, because sometimes you find someone randomly, and then you just become friends. And when it's right, it's right. I think it's the same with the romantic relationship.
Yeah.
When it's right, it's easy.
Yeah. When you get a friend crush, you get a little friend crush on someone, you're like, I really want to be friends with them.
But it's just straightforward. It's easy. You care about each other and you do things for each other, and you know, you might be like, oh, I really want us to go to the burger place and that, and your friend's like, I'm craving a pizza, and you're like, all right, baby girl, let's get a pizza because that's what you want. You just take care of each other that way. Yeah.
Put in effort to your friendships, same way you would with romantic relationships, because guaranteed you will be happier.
Yes.
That's what I say.
And you can put in effort to your digital friendships by subscribing to our podcast.
I wasn't sure what that was. I was like, oh, you mean like long distance friends?
Be our friends. Like us and subscribe us and listen along. And we'll always be here chatting rubbish, and you can be part of our little gang.
At Us Problem Pod. I always forget. What's the symbols? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yes.
Oh, we didn't have a Queen of the Week.
Queen of the Week.
Queen of the episode.
Fuck it. It can be us.
I'm not kidding. I genuinely was thinking, I think we should make, because I think we're a good example of good friendships.
Yeah, no, I think we deserve it. Topic friendship. Here we are. And then we'll pick somebody or stop being narcissist for next week.
I don't think it's, you're slipping. I'll hold you up, babe.
A fluffy ring. And on the note of fluffy ring, goodbye.
Thank you for listening.
You've got fluff on your face. My fluffy ring fluff is on your face.
Oh my God. Thanks for listening. This sounds like an Us Problem podcast. Goodbye. Goodbye.